Welcome back to 1918, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Strategic Command World War One. Well, oh, hey, if you haven't already, please subscribe. You can hit that like button. Try to get more visibility for this series. Now, let's ask a few questions. I think it was the last episode of the one maybe before it or whatnot. But and yes, generally I do like to get feedback from you guys in between making these episodes as opposed to make them all fast. One of the things I was asked about, can you invade England? Well, I think it's theoretically possible. Coming over here, I don't know if it would knock England out of the game. I know the objectives of this scenario are, to the best of my knowledge, not tied to England. They're tied to taking various objectives here and, of course, getting Paris. And there are no proper naval units, but I haven't tried to load some of the units on board ship and see if we can do a naval invasion or not. But that may be possible. But that's just a side thing. I'm not planning on doing that. We're focusing on Paris, and that's the I would call that, if you can do it, and if it does shut Britain out of the game, it's an exploit, because this is a scenario designed for focusing on the Ludendorff offensive, which was not a naval affair. Okay, I was also, and I did look here, prompted on research, and yes, we can do more, and we will do more on armored warfare, but everything else that we could be researching, at least for Germany, has been. And well, I'm not going to spend the little bit of money I have for Austria on infantry weapons right now. If we get a store of them up, we might, or some of the other stuff. So we might do Austria at some point. Right, okay. Well, let's look at our rainy day offensive here. That's here. Okay, well, we've got artillery. We can push here, I think, as well. We'll push there. Okay. 5 rounds. So let's 2 on this detachment, at least. No, let's go 4 rounds. Watching that morale there. Oh, and I was also asked about morale. That supposedly, if by July you hadn't taken Paris or something, morale goes down. And I think I noticed one unit that I had okay, here's 113% morale, 118% morale. Now up here, 105. This is down to 13 because he's been pounded by them. And artillery, 68, 90. So I don't know if the scenario description, or maybe we've taken a few objectives that mitigate the morale situation. Okay, we're going to hit with this guy first. And we're going to swap that out. Okay, there we go. He's going to come in and Trent. Or he's going to come down here and we're going to try to kill that, but didn't. Okay. Can't entrench now, but hopefully our position here will be such that everything will be okay. Am I pushing? Too far beyond supply. No, not here. No, we're gonna move. Oh, okay. Good. They're still entrenched. Right? No. Entrench. There we go. Yeah, we move into the forest here. Now we need to come up this road, keep supply, but it's good to push here as well. You sort of look back that way. Yeah, you go to there. You did stuff this turn. And you're going to come to here because we can concentrate enough artillery. We might be able to blast those tanks. And that would be useful. Rather useful. Now, Slytherin put up a poll, well, I think it was yesterday at this point when I'm recording it, probably will be a couple days ago by the time I'm showing this, about which you liked better, real-time strategy or turn-based games. And overwhelmingly turn-based. The poll was on Twitter. Overwhelmingly turn-based has been was winning. Now I went with real-time strategy, and a lot of people are thinking of real-time strategy in the terms of things like Command and Conquer Red Alert from the, I know there's an updated version of it, but I played one of the original versions of the game way back when. And as sort of a frenetic, move, shift these guys, keep up with this, as almost a twitching sort of type game. Compared to this that's analytical here. Though my comment, partially because Exergent, a friend of mine, follows me on Twitter, commented, and somebody else. So it's gotten a little bit of a back and forth on it. As sort of a turn-based, we go, as in, I go, you go, we both go. So we both do our moves, but say set up all of our attacks, and then we hit the button, and then they both happen simultaneously, as it were, which is actually technically what the Paradox games do. but you just don't realize it. The way they sort of do it, it appears real time. Just every hour, and it just flows unless you pause it. So, and I did slow real time with pausing. I think that's the best. I like turn based. Turn based is good. I'm having games don't need to be the most realistic to be fun. Okay. A lot of you out there who are watching this content are often looking for realistic type games. And that's great and wonderful. But hey, Axis and allies are fun too, you know. So this is a turn base, or the sort of the grand strategy version of this is a turn base. Doesn't make this a bad game. But I think, and I love Field of Glory. I actually like Field of Glory, the way it's integrated into Empires, better than the real-time battles of, say, Total War Rome, Napoleon, whatever. You know, whether you're shooting muskets or throwing javelins. Well, what I don't like on either of those games is the turn-based sort of, I guess, Total War Rome or Rome 2 or whatever was quarterly, though I played a mod that changes it to monthly for the turns, and Field of Glory Empires is 1 year per turn. Oh, well, there can be X number of turns. Yeah, no, it's just, you know, I like the idea, and just what is sort of in my mind here when I'm doing this, that I'm sitting here analyzing this stuff with you, and so this has sort of come up, that I like the idea of analyzing my attacks, my moves, how to get these units here, pushing here. Should I even, because my goal is here, of course, but should I push into here? Well, this heavy bomber unit looked tempting, and we were turning the flank here. But I don't want to push out too far as I was doing it real. Oh no, I want to hit, you know, next turn supply. Okay, that'll be good. And yeah, if we get Aberville or whatever, we'll stay in some level of supply if we maintain this. But we eventually, you know, our goal is to get up to here. But threatening here is good. And so analyzing all of this stuff and playing slowly is wonderful. I enjoy it. And always the sort of one more turn, and keep playing it can be a, since we're in the rain, you might as well reinforce some of these units here. Oh, we had you who almost died because we didn't have any fighter coverage. Fighters are presumably getting enough altitude to intercept. Well, you're good enough. Move up. You've already sort of been moved up. So I like the sort of sit back here and think about this and plan. But I do think it's not wrong, it's not bad what we're doing here, or the sort of 2 week turns for you know, the Grand Campaign, Strategic Command World War I or II or whatever, various versions of it. It's not bad. It can be fun. I enjoy playing it. Obviously, quite honestly, I got to sort of, to some degree, remember to talk to you, viewers. Make sure we're entrenched here before I do anything. Yes, okay. And keep going and not just get lost in the game, as it were. And honestly, that's a little bit of what I'm doing by talking to you about this now. So, so since we're getting such good progress down here, let's shift a few forces because some of what we're doing is just road jammed up. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, but so I think a sort of slow, steady, real-time type game that allows for pausing, so that, you know, instead of like, oh, I attack here and then I attack here and then I see about attack, well, or I start out with artillery once, artillery twice, artillery three times, artillery, okay, that's bad, okay, then swap out. And instead of doing all that, we just sort of, like I would do in Hearts of Iron 3 particularly, which is good, you can do it. I like Hearts of Iron 3 better than 4, though 4 I think is the future. Is like, okay, this unit, and this unit attacks with this, and this unit's fire support. And plan that all out, and then go. And this unit may have backup artillery that's doing, fire support as well, and, plan all this out. And units, of course, can be, are they dug in or are they attacking back at you? Who has the initiative? And work a lot of that, I think, would be ultimately a better solution than pure turn-based. And I think that's the future. I think, even though it was going the other way, and I trust me, I totally feel the people who are wanting the sort of slow, thoughtful pace, because I think that's it more than is it a your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn situation, which is better. Okay, so that's just my sort of thoughts on that. And yes, I do like that. Okay. We're getting this junction here. We'll open up this avenue of approach, but what we need to do is focus on down here. So that's what we're going to do. This is complicated stuff. Yes, we knew you'd have defensive artillery. Figured it was going to be this one, but yes. I'd rather fully kill one unit than just make them reinforce others. Now, I know these guys won't have entrenchment, that's fine. Here, but we need to push you. So, okay, you can probably come to there. Right, okay, so, yes. There we go. Yes, I just, not that it was required, but would prefer to keep entrenched. You come to here. And my play style in a way, is I sort of describe it as flow like water, because I see this here as a useful target, and I was going to attack it. So I was pretty sure I could take this division out and secure this railhead here. But notice here that isn't connecting here. Useful, yes, but not the goal. The goal is, again, Paris. The goal is to push into here. Now we still may end up attacking here. I don't know whether they'll shoot north or south next turn. Okay, well. I hope they can't get to there right now. Well, because they might. Oh, good thing I did that, because they might have come in and messed that artillery up. Well, if we were to operate it, okay, well, we'll get to there. At least to there, so next turn. And let's operate you. Being on the roadway will be faster to move down into here. Go. And I think, just like I've done here, I think we can effectively do a turn-based, I mean a real-time strategy that's slow with pauses. It would be better, because yeah, I think the idea of, like, oh hey, well, we're going to have, instead of the current game, we're going to have all 5 of these units and this artillery all pound him or something like that, for the next attack. And you can do a delay of kind of thing. Once you set the orders, it takes a little while for them to be carried out. Okay, well, do we fire this turn and then try to take him? I don't know that we do, because we've achieved securing that rail line for us, and that's the point there. Now the point up here is to take him out, I guess. 4 shells, 8 shells, so we'll use 4 of these at least. this one first, because this one we could shoot at either one of those units if we chose to. Okay, I think that's probably enough in the way of shells. Right, okay. This is the real point of the exercise. So, yes, that's what we want to do. Yes, it would have been nice to attack some of those other units, but you can entrench. So, yes. No, I don't want the dead air. No, we won't be able to entrench. Okay, they're somewhat preparing for me here. And the AI is apparently realizing that we really can't advance across here. And we probably can't advance across here. So we either, come down here, down to this way, or cross through here. Obviously, we could try coming down here, but I don't know. That would be a hell of an encirclement, wouldn't it? So we need to take that. It's a good supply. What does our quartermaster say? Not good things about pushing that way. Yeah, good. Okay, well, on whether we ever get to a big, huge, massive encirclement, or do we just... he's fortified for some... No, it doesn't show on the map, but he is not. So, no, we're not going to win that. But we are going to, well, we would operate it. Can we get them over to, we'll get them up to there. Let's move you back to there. Okay, I think the artillery, well, because I think here too we may need it, but this is looking like it's a nice one of these. Kill somebody every turn situation. Okay, you guys are moving up. You come this way. Come on. Be pushing through here. Back to our kill somebody every turn type idea. Yeah, put all that artillery. 6, 7 artillery pieces up there. Yeah, he is entrenched. Good. Okay. Yeah, his morale sucks. His morale sucks. We're getting pounded with artillery. But, his morale is great. Yeah, I figured you get some sort of defensive artillery. He's going to come in and entrench. That way we got both the attack and the entrenchment. Where do we go? There's more useful. You can hit either one of those divisions. Can we purchase anything? Is Germany no? Is Austria no? We can see our production there. We got 2 more divisions coming as Austria, Hungary, and what, 3 more divisions as Germany and 4 more detachments, it looks like, if I'm counting correctly. And that will be it unless we have losses to replace. Okay, well, I'm going to save it this time just in case I see something like I forgot to entrench somebody or something. Oh no, wrong thing. There we are. Yeah, we know they're doing that. That's not great. Okay. In no way am I saying we're never going to do research as Austria-Hungary, but it right now looking mostly like we're just getting enough points to reasonably keep reinforcing the units that we have and maybe rebuild, if we're cautious, rebuild something that gets lost. So I'm going to be gentle with those units because they are not as upgraded as the German ones, but they should be fine for holding an entrenched line somewhere. Oh, see, now that's something I forgot to do. Probably won't, unless there's a catastrophe there. I probably won't go back to the save just to reinforce that. Right? Good. If he survives, which is right now a big if. Unless they're pounding with a lot of artillery, it looks like he will. I'm not upset by that. Not upset by these attacks down here at all, because they're weakening themselves. Wow, they're moving even more artillery up there, it looks like. Wow. Or is it just shifting the same ones around a bit? Yeah, those are like placement units, I think. Okay. I had thought of moving in where the Portuguese are there, but killing the Portuguese unit isn't the worst thing to do. Yes, we get your bombarding there, but thanks for the notification. Okay, heavy bombers. Well, yeah, might affect like morale at Epinal or something, so let's put you there. Okay, well, where do we need you most? We got a lot of units here that we're gonna have free, so I think it's up here. Yeah. Okay, we're getting the rest of the Austro-Hungarian units, and yes, we want to keep them somewhat near the HQ. They can take over this line or be the shoulder forces for pushing in there either way. Okay, again, let's just save this in case I make a stupid click. No, not really a stupid attack, more just didn't mean to do it. Okay. Right, okay. That unit I want to take out without the tanks. Okay, that was helpful. No. You've struck, you haven't. I really would like to take you down. Didn't quite work out as planned. Or yep, no action points. Oh, yeah, see that I'm gonna do all this over again because that was purely a misclick. Okay, you get to watch. We come here. Okay, load single player. Yes, we know I gotta try all that again. Okay, well, we gotta try this turn again. We're gonna do a little better this time, hopefully. Okay, air power. We're gonna use it. I'm going to use all my artillery right here. Yeah. No more shells. Well, that didn't turn out good at all. Okay, well, that means we're going to come in with you here this way. A little more conventional. I was hoping to take this turn. You come up to here. There we go. That's becoming too much of a distraction. It looks like we can get that this turn, so let's... We can also take out this unit here. Okay, well the important one is that one. Now we're presuming for the moment they're not going to be able to just... Oh, damn. Okay, well, that was a mess up. I'm going to take this aircraft out since it's there and in the way. Okay, what does the railway look like? Okay, so we can come down here and still be connected. Well, I think... Okay, yeah, well, but we can still infringe. Good thing I didn't move over to there. The cavalry's been waiting for all war. They're getting to charge forward. I don't think they'll be able to get into there, even with those gaps to cut us off. Effectively, at least. Okay, well, I think this is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for making it this far, and I love your comments, especially about real-time versus turn-based. That would be cool to hear. Well, see you next time for more historical gaming. And